Give it a few minutes. Get in here. Switch this thing around. Okay. Let's cue the master. Alright, there he is. Master's on set. Got the TV in the way though. Alright. What's up, everybody? It's your man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster coming at you again. Just like what the video implies, to delete or not delete? That is the question. As you can see, MIL light came on, but I ain't got no active faults. So, what I have to conclude is what I was kind of suspecting all along and stuff, that there was really nothing wrong with the truck to start with. And if there is something wrong with it, I'm guessing that it's probably something to do with the wire harness, which is why I keep throwing codes, because you keep changing everything out. You change everything out. You changed everything on the after treatment, and yet you still throw a code, but yet, you know, the truck isn't on derating or nothing like that. You know, you'll throw a check engine light, MIL light, and then after that and stuff, it just goes out, you know. So I don't have any kind of active codes and nothing like that and stuff. So it's that's what I'm going to have to conclude and stuff, is that I just spent a whole bunch of money on something that the truck really didn't need. It didn't need all those knock sensors and depth pumps and depth metering units and dozer valves and all that stuff there, with nothing wrong with it. Just, you know, you take your truck in the shop in a panic so that, you know, you keep anything and stuff from happening, and then, you know, there was really nothing wrong. Cause another thing I noticed is that every time the light came on the truck, every time I get a check engine light on the truck, I took it to the shop that day. You know, I never let it ride out any longer than what it did and stuff. I take it in that same day and they'll fix it. And I noticed that that last time I took it, you know, the last time I took it in there, I kept riding and the codes just cleared itself out. You know, all the codes cleared itself out and stuff. So it just, you know, it's an issue, but I don't think it's an issue that involved me having to put all this money and stuff into this truck to keep things going and stuff. I mean, the first issue was a problem. I'll admit that and stuff, kind of. It was really a lot of neglect on my part. You know, I had an air leak, and with that air leak, I let all the condensation build inside the air tanks and stuff, and it just completely destroyed my air system. You know, with all the rust and stuff, but, you know, everything else, I just, you know, it's a panic, you know, cause you don't want to see that light, and the first thing somebody tell you, oh man, your truck gonna derate, and, you know, you got to get a tow truck and all that stuff there, but then, you know, you have this stuff happen to you enough times, and it just, you know, it happens enough times, man, and it just, guess it is what it is, you know. So for the most part, that's what's going on there and stuff. So let's go ahead and get into the main course of the topic, which is delete or not delete. That is the question. To get the thing deleted is a lot more simpler than I thought. You know, it's a lot of people that's out here that's more willing to do it, so on and so forth. But, you know, it's just not as simple as getting a delete. You know, you can get the truck and then you can get it deleted, but then it all depends on where you're gonna take the truck to. Cause I know I get a lot of messages from a lot of guys saying that they want to go to Landstar, and I know Landstar is, they want you to get your equipment inspected every 90 days and stuff, and it's only at select locations. And I believe that one of the safety checks and stuff is that emission system. And so, you know, if your truck has it, then it has to be, you know, it has to be working, otherwise it fails, and I believe that puts you out of service. So, you know, I know they make you go to the TA and stuff like that, but I mean, it's just a lot of people can be anal about it, and you know, with those issues there and stuff, you know, you know, those issues there, you run into the issue of, you know, getting caught. And so, you know, it's just not, it's simple, but it's not as simple because there's repercussions behind it and stuff. You know, a lot of people say, yeah, go for it because it's cheaper, stuff like that, but then, you know, you just got a lot of other stuff you got to worry about in the long run. So, I mean, I can't suggest to a person, yeah, do it, and then you're not even sure about where you're going to go and stuff as far as being a contractor, you know, because it's something that you got to know about the industry itself and stuff. And that's why I say, like, you know, when I went to go get this truck, I knew that I was going to have, you know, as far as getting the money and all that stuff, there wasn't going to be a problem. It was just pretty much learning the truck that I was going to get, and not the people that I was leased on to and stuff. I had enough confidence that I can do, you know, I can come over here and make the money I need to make and stuff to take care of what I have to take care of and stuff. So, you know, it was just, you know, that's why I made that decision now, and, you know, to go get this truck and stuff, guys. I knew I could make the money. You know, I knew this and stuff. It wasn't nothing that I had to learn and stuff. And with that, I also learned that, you know, it's certain routes and stuff that I stay on and stuff, like, you know, I completely run East Coast, you know. And so I know the areas, I know where law enforcement and stuff is. I know where law enforcement is, all the scales and whatnot, because, you know, I haven't had a DOT inspection from an officer in over 2 years now, 2.5 years now. That was my last DOT inspection, 2.5 years. You know, because I know where they are. You know, and it's not to say that it can't happen, but, you know, and I've just been fortunate enough. I've been fortunate enough to go through some of those road checks and stuff, and well, I ain't gonna say road checks and stuff, but, you know, I've been through, you know, a few scales where actually I just been once, and that was going into Pennsylvania. You know, they just opened up. He was standing outside and stuff like that. You know, apparently it was too cold. He didn't want to do no inspection, stuff like that. He waved me on through. That was it. Other than that and stuff, man, you know, like I said, it's just when I go across the scale and stuff, they close most of the time. You know, and they do road inspections. You know, they do road, you know, road checks and stuff like that. But, you know, it's just kind of hard to get one 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, where they are most active. So, you know, that's the thing. It's knowing the terrain. You know, knowing what you're gonna do with specific carrier, and then knowing the area that you're gonna run and stuff. Cause, you know, a lot of people, they want to be, when you lease on with people, they want to get as much information as they can on you as possible. You know, if they can if finance would allow them to put a camera on you and stuff, man, they would do it, just for the sake of knowing what you're doing. You know, just for the sake of stuff of watching you all day and stuff. If they could do it, if the finance would allow them to do it, they would do it and watch you all day, just to see what you're doing, what you eat, what you drink, where you're going, what routes you're taking, so on and so forth and stuff. I mean, they want to be in every aspect of your business, you know, to see exactly what's going on and stuff. And so, you know, with your truck, you know, you sitting there and You know, these e-logs and stuff, these e-log systems that they have, especially the fact that they're hardwired into your ECM, they can tell what's going on with your equipment. Hard braking fuel mileage, those sort of things there and stuff. So, a person see that you putting out good fuel mileage, and stuff, and then they can really go into the in-depths of your ECM and stuff. They can see what you burning as far as your depth, and then they see ain't no depth being burnt and stuff, and you got your truck is over 2011. They can figure it out that way. Or some people just go out there and stuff and just, let's go outside and do a once over on your truck and see what's going on with it. See how you got it hooked up and stuff like that, Cause man, I mean, I seen this video. I follow this guy. I follow this guy by Indiana Jack and stuff. I don't know if you guys watching this stuff or not, but I watch a lot of his videos and stuff, and he made that transition over. From being a driver to working in the safety now and stuff, and he hadn't done the job a month, and he had to fire 2 people. Where he is and stuff. I mean, he haven't even done the job 1 month, and he had to fire 2 people. So but it's just, I don't know, man. It's just people really want to get into what you're doing and stuff like that, because especially if it's effective. If it's effective and it's making money and stuff, then they definitely want to be in it, So if you're going to get a delete, then I'm gonna say this: people who experience already know what to do. But if you're getting the truck and then you're having the issue and stuff, but then you're learning about the truck and the people that you leased on with, or you learn about the very industry itself, then it's not a good idea. Because all it takes and stuff is one time. You get pulled in and stuff, and the right officer and stuff decides that they want to go and go all the way and stuff with the inspection, then you busted. You busted. And the other telltale sign is the emission itself and stuff. You got a newer truck. And stuff. I mean, once you delete the after treatment and stuff, you just got raw diesel. And so, you can definitely tell the difference between one who has an emission, one who don't. It's like night and day. You smell that. I don't see how they can say this stuff clean, cause it's just, man, it's just vinegar or whatever this stuff is, man. It's oh my goodness, man. It's just, but if it's done right, you won't know. Well, yeah, you're right. You're right, but I mean the problem, like I was explaining, the problem is and stuff is that if you can't be saying I'm gonna run a delete and then I'm going to Landstar or Dart. Do you have stacks or exhaust burner? Oh, I got grass burner. On mine, I got the grass burner. And fortunately, the people that I'm leased with, they don't care about that too much. You know what I'm saying? It's a don't ask, don't tell policy. You know what I'm saying? But it's more or less, other people and stuff was coming up and asking me and stuff over the past couple of days was, hey, listen, do you think it's a good idea for me? And I'm like, okay, explain your situation. And then they tell me like, okay, well, I want to get the truck and then I want to go to this carrier over here and stuff. And I'm like, it's not a good idea, because you haven't learned much. You haven't learned about you learn about both truck and the company itself and stuff. And then all it takes is for them to say, well, hey, come on in here and stuff like that. But since you here, let's go ahead and get that truck checked down and stuff. Hey, go over here to, well, we want you to go get an inspection, but we want you to go to Freightliner and get it. And we want you to go to Freightliner and get it done. I know two guys at Landstar with. Okay, well, hey, I guess I'm wrong on that one. Then I guess I'm wrong on that one. It's just, my thing is that I don't want people to do it and then you run up on the right person, and because people want to be too extra today. They want to be way too extra and stuff instead of just saying, okay, listen, this is a business deal. This, I'm trying to do this for the sake of business. I'm not doing it to say, I'm trying to cheat something or whatever, but trying to avoid something altogether, because nobody has $14,000 just to say, okay, here you go, and the problem still isn't resolved. Who has it like that? No one. And so, it's just people are very extra, and stuff. And so I just don't want people to run into that issue. And the other thing and stuff is that, let's say the company doesn't say anything, right? Then you still got to worry about, going to work and stuff and then getting pulled over. And then the right officer pulls you and stuff like that. Because some people, when they get into the scale houses, they panic for some reason. Like, oh my God, they feel as though the scale master and stuff is just gonna come on out there and just grab them and stuff like that. They don't know. They jump into the bypass lane and says, okay, 45 miles an hour. They're going 10 miles an hour, and now they got all the trucks and stuff bagged up because this guy's scared. You run into those situations then and stuff, right, where it's just people get extra scary for some reason when they see those officers, or going to the scale house. Oh man, oh my God, I don't know what to do, and then they get themselves caught, So hey, you decide to go out here and become on op and stuff and get your own truck, you just, you pretty much in outlaw status right there. So you an instant target. You're an instant target for law enforcement, even if it's nothing but, just checking paperwork or something like that. They not gonna miss that opportunity to pull you in, as opposed to other carriers and stuff like that may have contributed, like to the policeman's ball, or you remember back in the day we used to get a ticket and then the state trooper, the state trooper association would call your house and say, well, for $20, for $50, for $150, you can get this, and this, and depending on what you paid, you put this on your on the back of your on the back part of your car and stuff, and then they'll determine how many times you get pulled over, if any, or what kind of mood that the state trooper gonna be in, because companies still do that, and you can tell that and stuff by just simply going to any scale house and stuff like that, and you can see who they got pulled. You can see who got pulled in that barn. All right, Brother Faniel. All right. But yeah, you go in the scale house and stuff, man. You can see who's back there. And so I just my opinion on this stuff. I say, man, if you can do it, but you can't be out here, doing normal stuff. And then, well, I say you can't be, what I say normal is you can't get complacent. You can't get complacent and say, well, okay, just kind of scale is open and I got this empty trailer, you know, I'm a roll in here and stuff, and they just gonna give me the bypass, stuff like that. You know, people get a little bit too complacent and things like that. You know, well, I got a light load, you know, truck washed and stuff and all clean. You know, they ain't got no reason to pull me. You know, it's a big, nice, pretty day out here. Hey, y'all, hold up. All right, how you doing?
Probably 30, 40 seconds.
Thank you, man. All right. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I had to get my food and stuff. I ain't know he was gonna come this early. But anyway, you know, that's the thing there and stuff. People kind of get complacent. They say, oh, well, you know, hey, I got a light load. Ain't nobody gonna mess with me. Bam, they got you. I did that plenty of times and stuff. Going to scale house thinking, man, you know, hey, look, back in the day, logbook won't done, stuff like that. But my load light, and my truck is clean. You know, so they ain't gonna pull, you know, they ain't gonna pull me and stuff and pull me right on in there. You know, and it's always me being behind somebody and stuff that gets scared, they get spooked up and stuff, and they like, oh, you know, well, what is he doing? Let's get the guy behind him. And I'm always the guy in the back. Yeah, okay, all right, yeah. Let me see your logbook. Yeah, I got to show it to him and stuff, and I'm a few days behind, stuff like that. So, you know. But you know, as far as me, you know, and they haven't even, and speaking of which, Detroit hasn't called me back yet either. So Detroit hasn't called me back either and stuff, man. So I don't even know what's going on with this thing here and stuff. But I mean, for the most part, light comes on, light goes off. So that's the thing there and stuff. So I'm like, I'm gonna give it a few months and stuff and see what happens. I ain't putting no more money in it though. If I got to put any more money in it, it's instant delete. That's my thing there. I put any more money in, it's delete. It ain't no going to no shop and saying, okay, what's wrong now and stuff. Well, you need a outlet sensor and all that other, and done with that. Done with it. Even though everything's been changed on and stuff like that, you know. Same issue with that. If they tell me that, let's see, delete or own the truck. Yeah. Even if they tell me you need a one box and stuff, I ain't doing it. I ain't even doing it. Even though they told me that saying, well, you know, 3,200. I ain't gonna pay the 32. Just pay the 21 and be done with it. No one box. But I guess that's what's been going on and stuff for me, man. So that's my only concern there and stuff. You know, I just put that on out there. I said, yeah, if you understand your running lane and stuff like that, as long as you don't get complacent, get all comfortable. Is it 21 with like, yeah, that's it. It's not, you know what, it's not even 21. I asked him to quote me that on worst case scenario, and he told me 21. So it's 500 for the ECM, and it doesn't matter what truck it is. It's 500 for the ECM, and then whatever they have to do as far as the labor and stuff on your one box. And so So I told him, quote me on the worst case scenario. He said 21. That's the most you're gonna spend, 21. Yeah. Hey, as soon it's gotta give me another issue. It's not something I ain't in a rush to do, cause right now I gotta make my money back for that 50. Well, actually that 6,200 I just owe. I gotta get that money back first before I do anything else. But if it gives me another issue, I'm going to do it. I think, and because it's not broke yet. That's just my position. Once I get that money back, then else comes up between and stuff. But done, it's all on a matter of more of a win. So the first things first. I still got warranty on the parts and stuff like that. So I don't have to spend no more money. If anything goes out between now and then, there's no more money on my part. So I'll ride that out. Tell you what, good or bad, August. Well, okay. The treatment issue. If it's an after treatment issue, no, I don't go west. No, I don't do west. Strictly East Coast. Okay. If it's after treatment, then the only thing that would derate you, the reason why your truck derates is because the speed sensor that's hooked up to your transmission. And since I know what that is, and I know how to unhook it, let's see, sell the parts and get old parts to put in place. Oh, they take care of all that for you. You don't have to sell it. They take care of all that for you. But if the truck ever derates behind the after treatment, then I'ma just unhook the speed sensor and then go down there, because the only thing that can go wrong is the one box itself. Everything else is under warranty. But if the one box goes out, then you might have an issue. But if they have I forget the code you gotta look for and stuff, but when it throws that code in and stuff, then I know, okay, all right, let me go in and take care of that. So, so until then, I'm just waiting. And, it may never happen, but for the most part, August. After August, the warranties on the parts and stuff are gone. So I'm like, it really ain't no need. But no, Brother Faniel, no, I don't go west, period. The far west I go is Buffalo, New York. That's it. That's as far west I go and stuff. After that, then, and I do nothing west of 81. Nothing west of 81, and I don't go no further than, in fact, where 77 and 81 come together in Virginia, I don't go no further than there. I don't do Tennessee and West Virginia. Well, yes, I do West Virginia. The only part of West Virginia I hit is that little strip on 81. That's it. But no, I don't run west. My over here on the East Coast. And on a side note, though, they say that New Jersey is trying to adopt the same. They're trying to adopt the same thing as California. They're just not as. They're not as California stuff, but they do have emission people and stuff. So yeah, just like this run right here I'm on, right? Right here I'm on. I picked this one up out of why I get this load? I picked it up out of Syracuse, and I am in South Windsor, Connecticut. So if you can run, you know, this load pays, say you can take this run and run it 7 days. You heard of International MS. Yeah, I guess hey, sorry about that, man. That was my internet is acting like the Max Force engine. My internet is acting like the Max Force engine. It's running off the Max Force engine. Let's see, Brother Faniel, I do short runs, then weekend a little long, and reset and do yeah. So you got it then. You got it. You know, especially if your gross, if you're doing that as far as your gross, and then you got a new truck, and got nothing to worry about. It's just that's money in the bank every week. You know, the only thing that can stop you is you. You know. I mean, well, I guess unless your operation team and stuff, if they want to start throwing little monkey wrenches in your game, but you know, as far as they stay out of that, then you know, dude, you got it. No, dude, you got it. You know, you got it, man. But yeah, what I was saying was that Max Force engine, it's a good motor. It's just the after treatment was just garbage. You get the after treatment off there and stuff, man. You know, shoot, and get that ECM where you know you get your ECM reworked. Then you know that's the thing there. Max Force was a good motor. It's just the after treatment that went with it. Let's see, MX-13. Let's see, what's the motor I'm thinking about now? The 15. That's what I'm thinking about. MX-15. MX-15 and stuff. I gotta check the specs on those and stuff, but they usually I see them like in Peterbilt's though. A lot of Peterbilt's got them, but still good motors. They still good motors. In fact, you know what? I'm not even going. All the motors are good. It's the after treatment that's bad. You know, I never hear anybody complain about, oh man, this is a sorry motor. But I hear plenty of people talking about, man, these new trucks and this after treatment crap. You know, that's what I hear. You know, that's what I hear and stuff. So I think they got all the bugs worked out on the motors and stuff. It's just, you know, this after treatment stuff, you know, they get that worked out. Well, I mean, you got it worked out and stuff, but you know, still it's just, let's see, MS-13, drink oil, my experience. The MX-13, do they, what's the horsepower on the thing? You know, they were about 475, 455. About 455 ain't the car. I think the 15 is 500. I think they 500 right out the box. Oh no. Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna check. I'll check the specs on that. But I think the MX-15 is 500 right out the gate. I think they 500 right out the gate and stuff. So yeah, probably. I know they fours and stuff. I don't know if they upper fours, lower fours. It's every 1500. You gotta put a gallon in every 1500. That's on your new truck, the 19, right? Cause bro, that ain't good. not every a gallon every 1,500. You know, that's shoot, man. You talking about, you know, depends on how you talking about 2 gallons. You talking about 2 gallons a week, man. That ain't good, man. That's not good. That is not good, man, at all. They gracious, 15. Wow, that's not good. Cause heck, Sky Rooster, the 550. I mean, not that 550. My C15 and stuff. It was 475. That would probably use a gallon every. I probably had to add a gallon before the PM and stuff. Let's see, DD15 in a 2019. That was a company truck. Okay, well, then, you know, there you go, guys. I heard, all right, like my brother, I got a younger brother and stuff, works for, he works, let's see, Max Ford goes up to 475. Yeah, I was thinking about, now we was talking about the X15, the X15, the Cummins X15, and the X13. But my brother used to work for CR England, right? And he told me they stretched their PMs out and stuff, man, to every 50,000 miles. Every 50,000. So here I am in an old CR England truck, but this was a lease, so I don't think he could afford to go 50,000 miles of oil change and stuff. I don't see how guys do that. Even with APUs. Even with APU and zero idle. I don't see how you can stretch. I don't see how you can do it even if you run full synthetic. I don't see how guys do it. I don't even see how you even risk doing it and not tearing something up. But, you know, I see why it's 1,500. You had to put a gallon in and stuff out. Those rings and stuff wore out. Those rings wore out and stuff, and I bet you if it had a blow by stack, it just you probably couldn't even sleep in that. Well, you probably couldn't even drive that truck. It had so much blow by. If it had one, but let's see, I think most companies doing that now. Company I work for sent me to do an APM, just feels as okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's and honestly I really don't see why. I don't see why they do that. You know. Cause I mean, they would really have to break some signs down to me and say, okay, all right, this is why it can do 50,000 miles. I just don't see it. I really don't. There is no way. Afraid of all kinds, temperatures, all the elements and stuff like that, and then you still gonna push this thing to 50,000 miles. That's incredible. That's incredible and stuff. But I can see why trucks ain't going the distance now and stuff. Full synthetic, you can do 75,000. What? Really? On full synthetic? On a newer motor or older one? Cause that's incredible. That's incredible, man. If it can do that. 75,000 on full synthetic. That's wow. Let's see. We do. Okay, yeah. See that right there. 30,000. Yeah, I can see that on full synthetic. Let's see. They don't care, cause at 450 to 500. Yeah, but the problem is now if you get it neglected, you know, if they get you for neglecting stuff, right? Like, they got to tear the block down and stuff, and they gonna run some tests. And I don't know, somebody really have to sign off on that thing. I don't think it's the manufacturer recommending that and stuff. There's probably somebody in there saying, well, look, let's try one of these trucks, and you know, and they probably did it, and you can get away with it, but you can only get away with it so long and stuff. I mean, you know, let's see, new motor, just change filters. Okay, yeah. 35, 45, yeah, you kind of pushing it, but I mean, you know, if you say that's what it's doing and stuff, then I mean, more power to you. Man, that would bother me. You know? I mean, but you said full synthetic, so I mean, but still, I mean, you know, some people they ain't even running that. Let's see, had 2015, DD15, what the company did, I don't pay for it, so whatever. You right. Yep, you're right. You company driving stuff, it thing can blow right up. And they just, all right, well, throw your triangles out and stuff. We'll send the tow truck to come pick it up. You know. But I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that to anyone getting a truck. You know, cars. A lot of used trucks and stuff, that's what you're doing. You're just fixing the mistakes of a lot of other people and stuff. You know, like, well, you know, you get the truck and, you know, it's just you and you weight conscious and, you know how to operate the truck and stuff like that. It's going to go the distance, you know. But for somebody who don't care, you know, guys, I mean, hell, when I was company driver, I didn't care until, let's see, maybe a year before I got into lease purchase and stuff, I kind of cared then. You know, I started, you know, I wanted to see what I could do with the truck and stuff as far as like what it can do and stuff like that. I got the fuel mileage up to about, what I get, 7.1. This was a 06 Columbia. 06 Columbia and stuff. And so I got it up to 7.1 and stuff. Of course, they put an APU on and stuff like that, but once I got the ins and outs of the truck and how everything worked, you know, I just, all right, well, I'll go and get into a lease purchase program, and, you know, so I took that experience with me. But I mean, yeah, when I was company driver, I ain't lying, I didn't care. I sure didn't. I like, man, you know, PMs and stuff like that, you know, I could care less about it and stuff, man. They have to remind me, okay, Rooster, bring truck in for a PM. Okay, all right, cool. As far as me doing it, you know, hey, truck broke down. All right, what's wrong with it? I don't know. Y'all got to figure that out. How many miles does the truck have on it? This one is 500 and I got 585 on it. 500,000, 585,000. And so I think I just, let's see, hold up. I still haven't put, let's see, from the time I got the truck from Lone Mountain to now, I am 5,000 miles from putting my first 100,000 on in over a year. So I hope I can do another, I don't know, I'm looking this year and stuff to try. I'm probably gonna put a little bit more miles and stuff this year, cause the mistakes I made last year was, let's see, got mine at Lone Mountain last year in April, had 500, let's see, it has, okay, yeah, it's I guess it's just the lane and stuff that you run, you know. it's just the lane that you run and stuff. I mean, you know, me, I just run East Coast, so I knew I wasn't gonna put a lot of miles on my, let's see, cars. I had my other truck and stuff, the Sky Rooster. I had that one. When I got that truck, it had 824,000. When I finally parked it, the truck 3 years later, I had $1,050,000 on it. So in 3 years, and stuff, I put a little over 200,000 in 3 years. So that's why I knew then. I said, yeah, I'll go and give me another truck. Okay, that's all the miles I'm putting on and stuff. And I did 3 years. I did 3 years to get that, and with everything that I took care of and stuff, you know, in that amount of time, I'm like, yeah, you know, I know I ain't gonna put a lot of miles on the truck and still do good revenue. So, you know. Well, fellas, listen, man, I'm gonna go and jump on off here and stuff, man. I appreciate y'all as always. You know, give me insight and info and stuff. I got a few things I gotta look up now, you know. And I guess that's the next conversation we'll probably have, you know, as far as like, you know, let's see, hold up. Saw a video on YouTube, Volvo 13 and tear down $1.3 million on it, everything in the engine. Let's see, everything in the engine was still within spec. Mechanic said motor could probably do another 700,000 before it need a rebuild. Hey, the key to the truck is if you get the truck from the start, right, and you conscious about every single thing that you do. You conscious about every single thing that you do and stuff. You know where you running, how you run, the way that you run, so on and so forth. If you sit there and you get your overheads done at the time they're supposed to. Let's see, never knew Volvo motors were so good. And that's why Volvo is killing the industry right now. Volvo is #1 in the industry. God, they give you so much for so little money. You know, everybody else want the they want you to pay for everything. You can see the new Volvo, the new 760 that came out, how they modified that and made, you can't really tell, you know, from hindsight, you can't tell the 760 from the 780. You know, how they did so much modification to it. Now, when you get the 760, it's just like the only difference between the 760 and the 780 now is a couple of inches. That's it. It got the exact same setup. You know, the workstation. They got the windows in the back now. The same space saving, stuff like that. They killing it. Nobody else offers that. You know, in fact, Freightliner removed some of their features. You know, the Evolution, they removed some of their features. The International, the ProStar, they went LT and stuff, but that was only after, you know, they came full condo and stuff, but you know, still you got to pay for that modification. You know, how fast you go, I keep it between 60 and 63. I keep between 60 and 63. I don't go no faster than that. But Volvo killing it, man. I got to give it up. Volvo is killing it, man. I mean, everybody else is like, you know, like I said, International, they rolled their stuff out. They went LT and stuff, but you know, again, they marked the price up for their LT. And then you still got to pay, you know, they still got base model, They still got base model LT, A class, and S class. You know, Volvo, you get Volvo, all they got is they got base model, and S model. And shoot, the base model, the only thing you missing on the base model is a few switches and maybe some plugs and stuff in the back. That's it. That's it. You know, so if you want to step it up to an S model, and stuff later on, then you know you ain't gotta do too much modification to it. Like, hey, look, all right, I need this plug, this switch, and this switch. Everybody else and stuff, man, you got to change the whole. You get a base model, especially a Freightliner. You get that base model stuff, man. You know you got to change that whole, probably the whole interior to get it on operator spec and stuff. I'm like, you know, another what? You probably have another 20, 25,000. You know, just to get an S class model. Ain't nobody trying to do that. Ain't nobody trying to do that. But they killing it though. I mean, they killing it, man. I mean, I just wish. Well, I ain't gotta wish nothing. It's just Volvo just killing it, man. That's everybody go to. Yep, that's everybody go to, man. But like I said, fellas, I'm about to jump on off here. Got my food here and stuff like that. Waiting to get unloaded. That's what's going on with me, stuff like that. Contact information 252-266-8513. That's 252-266-8513. That's my number. We can talk about trucking all day long and stuff. Just you gonna call me, send me a text first, and we can go ahead. We can chop up business that way and stuff. So till next time, fellas, as always, you know, I tell you, continue to do your own research, fact finding studies. Honest on your skills every day. Till next time we talk, next time we meet, be safe, be easy, peace out.